Hi everyone. Let me show my camera so you see my face. So I am Mario B and I am tribe leader of the Hive. And basically what we basically do is have fellow creators share with us. I believe in iron sharpens iron, and why a lot of people are looking to be mentored by people that are maybe many years or careers above them. I believe that with the power of community, right? You can learn anything. Somebody else knows something that you don't know, and that thing you learn from them, and then the other person knows one thing that you don't. And that's how this class was birthed, really. Few conversations with a few friends. One is into automation. He's also helping us like automate some of the things on the Hive. Another person is into by coding, all friends of mine. And I'm like, you know what? Let's have a broader conversation, right? So without further ado, I'll be starting with Nonso. Just a brief introduction. Nonso, tell us who you are. If you're able to put on your camera, please do. Let us just let people know who you are, your background, and then we'll quickly move on to Leke. So, Emmanuel, over to you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. It's great to be here. My name is Emmanuel Chinon, so but I actually like to be called El Nonso, right? I'm a friend of Mario, and uh, I've been into digital marketing for a while. And the reason why I went into vibe coding straight to the point is there are certain things I want to do for my clients, and because of my little background in product management, I tend not to have the people to build for me the kind of tools that I want to work with. And even for my personal usage, with the coming of AI, knowing that AI can do things, and I saw certain tools, certain possibilities, I was able to create tools that help my daily work. For example, I do YouTube automation, YouTube storytelling, and by the time I calculate the fees it will take to build certain videos, it was just so hard. Then I got to use one of the two which I'll be showing us today. I use one of the two to build a complete YouTube suite that I can give you the prompt, choose the prompt for me, then give me images, convert the images to videos, and just help me download everything under an hour. So I can basically create all that I need to make maybe a 30 minutes video in less than an hour, right? And prior to this, it was taking me about 5 to 6 hours to generate just images only, going to Whisk, copying prompt here. It was so hard. It was so hard and annoying, very annoying, because before the end of the day, I can't even make the video I want to make. So I had to create a tool that would help me do that. So that was what birthed my vibe coding journey. Ever since then, I've been so happy building different things from my Twitter post writer to different things. I just have find this joy in building things. Even a new community that I'm building, an N10 class. I just built the app yesterday, and it's so good to actually see things come to life from the brain. So that's how my journey in vibe coding started, and I'm happy to share with us tonight. Welcome, guys, one more time. Thank you,
Thank
Mario.
you, Nonso. Just a quick question. Nonso, do you have a coding background?
Actually, I don't. I
So,
remember back then when I wanted to go into
yeah.
tech, sometime 2013, I started with HTML, I did CSS, then I got into PHP. The whole thing called variable just scattered my head, and then I
Mm.
ran. But I went into WordPress, which is a CMS, right? Right. I went into WordPress, and yeah, I got life there. Some
So,
people call WordPress designers lazy builders, but who cares
mm,
as long as I get the results that I
yeah.
need. So yeah, I
What
don't
I'm
have a
asking
coding.
is maybe some people on the call might feel like, oh, I need to have like a coding background. I need to be a programmer. You didn't have any background in coding. I
No,
just
no,
want
no.
to
You don't. I
you
don't
say
have, and I
so
don't think
you're
you need
looking
any.
like,
You just
yeah,
need to know what you want to
yeah,
be.
exactly. So I think the big thing I want to take from your introduction is what Nonso is saying is the moment he thinks about it, he builds it. It's like from
Yeah.
thought to building. Thank you so much, Non. So let's have our second speaker. I call him automation because he spends a lot of time on the system, connecting nodes that you soon see. And Leke, please, can you tell us your background and why you're currently in automation?
All right, thank you very much, Mario. Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. So, yeah, like Mario has said already, my name is Leke, and yes, I'm an automator, if I could use that word. So, yeah, what's my story? It actually started from personal need, personal need from my work. I happen to work as a data analyst, and where I work, we deal with a lot of data, right? We are talking about data that concerns over 500 MDAs in Nigeria. Every ministry, every department, every agency of government that you can think of. Now, it becomes very challenging when you have to deal with such large volumes of data and the whole body of work is being done manually. I mean, we are talking about 500 plus MDA sending in their data, and then you are cleaning data manually. You are trying to spot inconsistencies and then feedback, and you are trying to do all of this within a short period of time. So it was always a struggle. It was a whole lot of chaos. And many times what happens at the end of the day is a lot of things just get swept under the carpet. Like, you know what? I cannot come and go and do myself. I beg, let's just use it like that. You know, that kind of a thing. And then at some point, I started to think this thing would actually work better. There should be a better way to do things, you know, because anybody that knows me knows I don't like stress. Anything that is going to stress me, I know the house, right? So it was one out of trying to look for an easier way to do stuff. That was how I came into the realm of automation. And believe you me, I kid you not, it's been a huge relief. It's been a huge relief, both for me personally and in my work, right? It's been a huge relief. And I believe as we go along in this session, I would be showing us one or two things, to that effect. So yeah, that was how the journey started for me.
Thank you so much, Leke. If you take anything from what Leke says, if you like soft life, please go and learn automation, right? You don't want to be doing things manually. That yeah, you don't want to be doing things like sometimes I'm at the office. I'm a designer, right? And I tell you that maybe I won't call it automation or I won't call it vibe coding, but I know that I use a lot of AI led processes, things that my fellow colleagues will probably use other tools. And I just cut corners with AI. It doesn't reduce the quality of your work and you're able to give out the same output. So nobody cares what tool you're using. We've gone past that era, right? And that's why this conversation is centered around in the age. So if you're in this place now and all the things you used to do, you're still doing them the way you used to do them. You've not found your way around a shortcut, be it AI led tools, automation, or vibe coding, then this class is really for you. You learn quite a number of things, right? So I want to go to the next question, right? At some point they'll be demoing for us, right? Because this is a very practical thing. As much as we're having a conversation, off the shoot of this call, we'll actually have like a full-fledged course where you be mentored if this is something maybe you just want to learn a little bit to enhance. So whether you're in whatever field you're in, you can actually utilize automation and vibe codes, whatever field you're in. So whether you're a virtual assistant, whether you're a digital marketer, In fact, whether you even sell stuff online, you can use these tools to help you automate your process, save time, save money, and make more money, right? So I want to go back to right. So can you tell me some of the use cases for vibe codes with your own personal experiences? So I want you to give me like real life scenarios and how you were able to vibe code, and then what tool do you primarily use for that? Also, can you hear me? You're muted if you're speaking.
I apologize. My network is shaking a bit. I'm very sorry. Did you ask a question?
Yeah,
Could
yeah. So I
you?
was asking, right? So moving on, right? What are the practical use cases for vibe coding?
Okay.
In experience from things you've actually done,
Okay.
projects you've tackled, and then what tool do you use to vibe code?
Okay. Use cases for vibe coding. You can vibe code whatever thing you need. Let me start with that. Like the example I gave, my first project was for my YouTube journey, and now I have a client who is into solar, right? And he has been trying to market some of his products. One of the key things that happen with solar companies is one wants to know how much solar do I need? How much solar product do I need? How much electrical products do I need from a solar company for me to be able to use? So what I did was to build a simple tool. Just my network is a bit off. I would have liked to share the screen and just show you the tool, right? So what the tool does is to calculate. You just give the tool the appliances you have in your house, right? And once it gets the appliances, it goes ahead to tell you the type of solar you need, the inverter you need, the how many panels you need, the kind of wires you actually need. And this is built for the Nigerian market. I had to run it by the man and he did a few tests and I'm like, okay, this works. So that's a tool for a client. Now, also, I have a little community that we are looking to just come together and learn, right? I want to learn N8N. One of the things I did was to build a learning app for 4 weeks that will give us day by day learning classes that we just need to follow. Now I could build that app because I had an idea. I'm not waiting to just go on YouTube and start looking for videos. I got AI to structure a learning plan for me, which I vibe coded. There's an app I built that will give you a 6 weeks, 12 weeks plan for anything you want to learn. I also have coded an app that will tell you, okay, these are the skills you have, right? These are the skills I have. These are the kind of clients you need. I also have another app that I built that um, these are the skills I have. These are the clients I'm meeting. How do I go to meet these people? Then the app goes ahead to give you code email scripts you can use, the kind of marketing needs those people have. That is the selling point you can give to them. So vibe coding has really taken the whole process out. Yes, some people say it makes one lazy to think mentally, but no, I do not see it that way. I see that you have more opportunities to do things faster. You have the opportunity to finish your work faster. You have so whatever it is you can think of through the process. I'll be guiding us rather. I would You would see how easy it is. It may look hard, but it's also very easy. As long as you can think clearly, then you'll be able to vibe code an app for whatever thing you need. So yes, there
What
are
tool? What
some of
do
the
you
use cases. Go ahead.
Did you hear me?
Mario said.
I said, what tool do you use to vibe code?
Okay, for the free tools, right? I make use of Google's AI Studio. Then there's vibecode.dev is a paid tool, and there's also Lovable. Some of us may have heard of Lovable. It's also a paid to $20 per month. Um, Vibecode.dev is also 20 or $25 per month. I also use them. I compare. Like I like to compare both tools to see which one gives me what I need at the time. So whichever out of the three, whichever gives me what I'm looking for, then I just roll with it.
Thank you. I just wanted to add. So I remember there was something that I and also were doing, right? So we're trying to apply for certain jobs, and I remember and also there was a tool you built. Basically,
Yeah,
what? Yeah, yeah. So I just
yeah.
remember that.
That's
It's,
it for
yeah,
jobs that offer visa, right? Yeah,
yeah,
thank you
yeah.
for reminding me of that. Yes, that
So yeah,
too
that
works,
was
and I'm still shocked.
Yeah, so just imagine if like I recently shared a job list, jobs abroad list with none. So and all I told him because I know he's like the code person, the vibe code person. I also know, so please we need an app that will automatically apply for us. Clearly that process is where like Leke comes in. But I think there was a
Yeah,
tool that you built where we could find like you could find job ads according to like a particular area, according to the two
yeah,
the skills you have. So it's almost
yeah.
like the moment you think about a problem,
You're able to
by
build.
code it. That's basically what
Yeah,
also is trying to tell you, right? And it can sound scary because I work in an institution where the IT guys they do codes, and you know how meticulous and everything. But I tell you, with AI, you can just do these things on your own. You want to
yeah,
apply for jobs abroad, you want it to bring the emails of maybe companies from certain vibe code it. That's as practical as it gets. That we are not in a time anymore where you need to waste time. So you think it, you build it. So I want to
build it.
ask Leke now, right? Leke, what tools do you use and what's the use case for automation, right? Because me, I am a community manager. I know I have to schedule posts, I have to send, you're doing like a million things, and you realize that what if something could just do everything for you? What if you could run through the process? And there's something we're currently doing on the Hive where we're sort of like Leke created like a bot that he automated, right? That if you're a new community member, for instance, I get a ton of people that come to the hive, they'll say, please, who's into coding here? Who's into product design here? No need to ask that question. You ask the bot feeds it off of a data that you've already given in maybe a Google form and it provides the answer. So it's sparing me the time as a community leader, right? So if you're a community leader on this call, you manage people, there is no way you shouldn't be automating right now. Automating will save you so much time. So Leke, please, can you speak to us about tools you use for automation and what are the use cases?
All right, thank you very much, Mario. I think you already mentioned one of them. But let me just start with the use case before I go on to the tools, right? So I'll mention two use cases in particular. I'll start with that Hive bot that we're actually working on. That's a project we are currently working on. At some point in this call, I'm going to be showing us how it works, a little bit of insight into it. So yeah, so the use case, like Mario mentioned earlier, many times I'm also a part of the Hive community, right? And I see people, new members join the community, and they're like, "Oh, please, who is into UI UX here? Who is a developer here? Who is into social media marketing here?" And sometimes, if you're lucky, you get answers soon. Other times, that message might be there until, okay, maybe an admin comes and then answers the question. And maybe by then, the person is already disenfranchised, right? But another problem again is the fact that when new members join, they are always they always have to, like, introduce themselves uh to us manually. What do I mean? Mario here would have to, like, oh, welcome to the hive, so so and so. We're happy to have you here. Could you please tell us this, and that? Now, what happens when he's not online when someone joins? The person just joins silently, and if he forgets, then that's it. So this was born out of the need to, see a way whereby we can do things better, right? So we want to be able to automate the process such that when somebody comes in, automatically the system orchestrates the onboarding, right? Okay, this is what is required of you to do. This and this is what you're expecting here. These are the benefits. If you need this, you go here. If you need that, you go there, right? And there is a very key thing that we've been missing out on, and that's the fact that a lot of people in that community are people that on a normal day you might not even have access to. But by virtue of the fact that you guys are together in a community, you have a leeway, right, to access them. However, what's the use of having, let me use as an example now, what's the use of having, oh, a Mark Zuckerberg in a community where you are, but you are not even aware that such a person is there? So you tend to lose out on valuable, networking opportunities. So these are the problems that actually, brought about that thought, like, what can we do to make things better? So we are currently working on that. And like I said, I'm going to show us a little bit insight into that. And then another use case is this. There is somebody on this call. Yeah, I can see the person on this call. So I was having a conversation with the person sometime. For a while, he was managing a photography studio, right? And it was almost like every time he's always complaining. And what's the problem? Eh, this person came to do a shoot today. There was double booking. This person did not leave on time. I booked a client for so time. I was not aware that my oga had also booked this same another person for the same time, and there was just a lot of chaos. Sometimes clients would clash at the studio, and all of those things are always very ugly. And for any business owner, you will understand that when things like that start happening too often in your business space, then you start to lose clients. So that conversation again led me to, creating something for people in that, niche, such that it's able to help them to, manage their bookings, from onboarding to payments to feedback to follow-ups. Like, every single thing is automated. So instead of worrying about, oh, what time is this, what time is that, who is coming for this, who is coming for that, the people doing the creative work can actually focus their attention, their energy on their creative work. Because truth be told, sometimes you can be very busy but not productive. You can be very busy but not productive. And that will happen if you're just doing admin work, admin work, admin work, and admin work. Whereas the core thing, that's the core service of your business, is suffering. So in order to, solve that problem, I decided to create something. And so far so good. It's been a great experience. It's been a great experience for the business owner. Uh, so those two are just, typical examples of use cases. Now, it extends beyond photography, it extends beyond community. Just like Nonso said, just think about it, and we're at that point where the difference, the gap between what is possible and what is not is just a question. All you have to do is think about it, then ask a question. How can I do this? And before you know it, it's done, right? So yeah, so that's it about use cases. You also talked about what's that again?
Tools.
My
What
stack.
tools?
Yeah, the tools I
Yeah.
use. Okay, so there are a lot of tools I use, but then I have my favorites, and for certain reasons. For automation, I've so much fallen in love with anything, right? Yes, it's visual. Yes, it's visual. But then you also have the option of doing things if you want to go the coding route, right? Because sometimes the truth of the matter is, yes, I do automation, but sometimes I kind of like, branch into vibe coding as well. Okay, say I'm trying to do something and I'm like, I'm on the stress of connecting this node, that node, you know, I could also use AI. I just generate the scripts, I just plug in the scripts, and then the AI generates the nodes for me. So all I just have to do now is to configure the nodes, right? So it just kind of, makes my work easier sometimes. So all these things are, it depends on the use cases. So N8N is like my number one tool, right? There is also Make. It practically does the same thing. There is Zapier as well. There is Make, there is Zapier. But all of them have their own strengths and weaknesses, so to say, right? But like I said, N8N is my favorite. And then again, I've also fallen in love with Google App Script. I use Google App Script to basically, I use that when I want to do something specific, right, in the Google ecosystem. When I want to do something specific, because of the fact that it's a part of the Google ecosystem, there is less probability of errors and things like that. So those two have been like, really important tools that I've been using. And then bab the baba of them all, the baba of them all, that's Claude AI. Claude is just fantastic. It's like the possibilities are endless. So let me just leave it at those three for the sake of time. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Lake. I feel like you were almost going into a master class there. So just put simply, right, what Lake is saying and what I'm hearing from what he's saying is that if you're somebody who has systems and processes, and basically if you're a business owner, even if you're a solopreneur, even if you're a freelancer, you have systems and you have processes. So for instance, myself, let me give you an example. I'm a graphic designer, right? And when with each client that comes, something I always do is onboard them. That onboarding them requires me sending email, and then they have to fill a form, and then I have to follow up with the form. I have to schedule. Those things are processes. Automation means you can stack all those things. So I need Google, I need my email, I need Google Meet. Automation is simply plugging all those tools together. And once you hit the start button, right, all of those processes start to flow in. So if you're somebody who's into who has business processes and you have systems in place, maybe you're even an educator, maybe you're someone who mentors people, right? You can also use this to sort of like do some of the ground messy work that you're supposed to do. And if you know how to use a tool like some of the tools that he has mentioned, well, it's going to help you. So, build, like
I think Mario's network is bad or something.
Yeah, I was just going to ask that. Let's just give him a moment to join back.
Okay.
He'll be joining back very soon. Just a moment, please.
Yeah, so sorry guys. I had internet issues. So yeah, back to what I was saying, right? Um, so I want to go back to Nonso, right? Can you walk us through like one of the apps you built? If you have a link to it, please share it in the comments because here's the bias. A lot of people, yeah. So everything you're hearing on this call is being recorded, but then like it will be documented. All of what they've said will be documented and shared with you. I will also speak with the speakers to share those tools later on during the call. So you can just keep those questions. We'll come back to it. Nonso, please, can you walk us through some of the products you've built and then share any of them that is currently live with us in the comments? So we just see what that looks like by coding.
Okay, thank you, Mario. I'll start with, I think I'll share my Go Tracker, the Go Tracker, 12 weeks Go Tracker. So, knowing that we have 12 months in a year, for those of us who have read 12 weeks year, the book 12 weeks year, that teaches us how to take our year rather than plan 12 months goals. We divide our years into 12 weeks each. That means we are living 4 years in 1 year, right? I used what I learned from that book to develop an app, right? To vibe code an app that, how do I put it? That takes my goals and breaks them down into 12 weeks, right? Each of the goals, you have scores, you have a place for vision board. I'll drop the link now, trying to locate the chat section, okay? Yep. So this is the link to the app. You can check it out even as we are speaking. So what it does is to help you keep track of your goals and break your goals down into weeks. Now you have family goals. Let me try and just probably share my screen. See if I could. There's just a second, please. Okay. Share your audio. Okay. Okay. Let's take it here. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, I can.
Okay. So what the app does, so this is the dashboard, right? In here you have like your vision, you have every area of your life that you want, right? You can paint a picture of what you actually want for yourself and add individual goals. Let's say for health, I want to jog thrice a week, right? So I can add this and it saves. I can easily delete it if I don't want it. Just for the sake of time, I will not be going through every single thing. What I also do, or what I also added, is to add a vision board, right, of the things that I want, right? So I built another app that helps me create vision boards. I've coded it with Google also. So let's say, and surprisingly, God is beautiful. I added I built this app ending of last year, and just last week I got a car. Surprisingly, so I've gotten this already. I can just stick it off my goals, right? So it works. It works. When you set your goals, you set your vision, you
Code
can
to
get it.
life.
I'm going to get my
Nice
visa
one.
out of this country. You said what?
I say from vibe code to real life.
Yes. From vibe code to real life. So you have a place to add your vision board, and you also have a place for miscellaneous projects, right? Projects that are not in line with your goals, but you just want to create them. You just want to, let's say this week I want to visit the embassy, right? So I just hit the plus button. Now under this visit the embassy, I know I need to prepare my documents, right? So I can easily add that. It becomes a smaller goal of the main goal. So I also need to visit my auntie to collect whatever I need to collect from her. I can add that. Now, what the way the app is built, if I tick this that I've done it, you can see that it gives me a score, right? From these two. Once I'm done with this, it helps you calculate. You can even print as PDF. You can print your goals out and export it as an image. That way, you're able to track and follow up every single thing that you've done. So you can see under this project here, we have two tasks done. If I were to remove one, you see that it's back to 50%, right? So the idea was just gotten from that book, 12 weeks. Yeah. So also, I may not want to share this page. Let me leave this one out. So on this weekly scorecard, based on the goals you set here, right? On this launch new session, based on the goals you set here, for your health, let's say jog 3 times. I save it, right? I come to my profession. I say learn vibe coding. Vibe coding. Now, this app is able to help you track everything you do. So, for the sake of time, let's just use these two. Under jogging, I can say Mondays, right? I can add another one, Thursdays, and then I can say the last one, Saturdays, right? So, learn vibe coding. I'll use Google as a tool. Google tool. So once you're done adding your goals, right, you activate the plan. The app is able to calculate how many goals you have and set those goals into a timeline of 12 weeks. Now, for everyone you do, it calculates how much percentage you have covered. So these are just some of the things that this app can do amongst other apps that I have worked on so far. So, well, when we get to that space where I get to show you how to build it, we can do one all together. We can all build an app together here tonight. So, Mario, that's just one of the apps that I have live. Please, if you have questions, feel free to note them down. We'll take care of them when it's time for question. So, yes, Mario.
Thanks so much, Nan. So I feel like if you started this year, goal setting as late December, most people started in Q4 last year. Most people
Yeah.
started Q1 this year. The year can be very overwhelming, right? And
Yeah.
personally, I'm using Google's notes to like write my goals down. I'm jumping between Google Docs. I have some of my goals annotated there. I have some on my phone. I have some in my calendar. It can get very messy. How about you could design a tool that fits your lifestyle? You can use Nonso's own tool, right? Because I believe that it's live now for anybody to use. But imagine if your life is very unique, right? So imagine where you build a custom tool that fits. So he's saying that the inspiration for the tool came from reading a book. So what is your own inspiration, right? Make that into an app and then plan your life really. And I think that's just something I'm taking from what Nonso is saying. The moment you have that urge in you to think it, would be just because of time. I think I would love to see the process of you actually vibe coding. I would quickly want to move to Leke. Leke, please, can you like do a demo for us? Show us a tool you automated and what that looks like for some of our guests who are wondering, oh, okay, yeah, I've seen by code you're building an app. Automation, what exactly is that when it comes to what the process is like? So Leke, over to you.
All right, thank you, Mario. Before I proceed, also congratulations, man. All right, so yeah, I am going to be sharing my screen now. Give me a moment, please. What's going on? Sorry, guys.
So while Nonso is still Leke, sorry, is still setting up, let me just speak to a little bit to what Nonso shared. If you are a graphic designer, if you're also in product design, I think this will be also very necessary for you to build MVPs. Right. I remember last year I worked, or 2 years ago, I worked on a product for a client, and it was interesting because we started with the whole UI thing, um, and then if you have that experience, you can still bring it on to vibe coding, right? You can still
Yeah,
put your
Mario, can I say something to that?
yeah, yeah, okay, go on, please.
Okay, for those of us that are into graphic design and product design, if you're done with your Figma design and you probably have like a picture for it, the every single vibe coding tool has the ability to give life to it. So I've used Figma before. I've also used Framer to connect um, my Figma design, which was worked on by Mario. Now, all you need to do when vibe coding is to take that a picture of what you have built and just plug it to the AI, upload it to the AI, and tell it I want this design for this app that I'm building. It just takes it and gives it life. So we are going to a time in life where you are not just showing clients what can be. You can actually build it for them to use and have a feel of what they are building. So it's no longer, oh, let me design, I don't know how it will look like on mobile. You just send them a link of what you have done, and they're able to just experiment and enjoy the design that you have made for them. So for those of us that are into product design and graphic design, your designs can come to life with vibe coding.
Thank you so much,
Can you see
Nonso.
my screen now, Mario?
Yeah, later I can see your screen. So
Okay, so I
sorry,
just
before
want
we
to
go
show
forward,
us.
I think a lot of people are
Okay.
asking questions. Please fill that form I just shared if you want more information from the speakers. I think these are very new concepts because of the age of AI we're in. And you might need like specific information from Nonso and Leke, and they are building a community for the sole purpose of vibe coding and automation. So please fill that form. They will have your information. They will be able to add you to that community. There are a lot of things that this call might not be able to, cover. So please just if you're even going to leave the call, copy the link of that form, fill it right, and they will be able to get back to you and answer all the questions you want in that close community. This is just the Hive bringing the speakers to share this with us. The Hive is not poised for teaching automation and vibe coding, right? So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Leke, please proceed.
So I said I was going to show us a little insight into what the Hivebot does. We can all see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. What can this bot do? I help the Hive community members to discover events, mentors, and resources instantly. So those problems that we mentioned earlier, here is the solution, right? So now, on starting this bot now, it comes with a welcome message. And if you notice, right, I'm getting tagged in this message. You can see my username up there, right? And then it's telling me to get started, I can help you find members with specific skills or roles. What kind of skills or roles are you looking for? Are you looking for designers, developers, right? So now the rest of the where I go from here now, it depends on me. What do I have in mind, right? So for instance, let's just say, okay, what I want to do is I need to like I need to collaborate with a social media manager on my project. please suggest two persons, right? So I click send. Now you see I'm getting results instantly, right? So the agent now has given me two people, right? I have Adebayo Royalty, I have Vivian Raphael. Is any one of them here on this call? Please, if you're on this call, Adebayo, if you're on this call, Raphael, please can you just signify? Just unmute your mic and signify. Okay, I'm guessing they are not on the call. So now I have these two options, right? I don't have to wait to get this information. As I'm typing it, it's responding to me instantly. Now, all of this information is not coming out of Pluto. No, all this information is coming from the database that we had set up previously, right? So even though we are using this as a test case example, right, it also applied to any other business, right? The whole point is, do you have data in your database? Okay, yes, I do. So somebody can query that database, right, without having to write codes and all of, because when some people hear query, they start thinking of coding. No, this is natural language. You can actually, chat with the bot and it's responding to you in real time, right? Okay, so now let's say, okay, I have the option now, Adebayo Royalty and Vivian Raphael. I want to work with Adebayo, for instance. So I say, how may I reach out to Adebayo? You can see, to reach out to Adebayo, you can send a direct message on WhatsApp or Telegram. His WhatsApp number, his username, done. There is no gatekeeping of information, nothing. There is no middleman. Anything you want, you get it instantly without wasting time, right? So from here now, I can go ahead and, start up a conversation with that person in person. I don't have to, keep waiting for somebody to come
I
online
don't
in the
even
group to respond to me,
have and
right?
question.
And funny enough, you might not even know this person personally, but because the data is there from the database, the AI is able to make suggestions across board. Unlike when, okay, you are asking somebody, the person will only tell you of who they know, but it doesn't mean there are not other persons, right? So to make everything more holistic, you understand, that was one of the reasons why we, created this. So yeah, this is, we've not actually pushed this to the main Hive group on WhatsApp yet, right? Because we are still waiting for a lot of persons to, supply us with information to populate our database. But I just felt, the need to kind of like show us a little bit insight into what is possible. I wouldn't want to waste much time, right? I just wanted to show us the possibility. So I think I'll just stop here so that we'll also have time for questions, because I know a lot of people are going to have a lot of questions. So I'll just,
Thank you so much, Leke. So if another thing here, I feel like I should also mention here, if you're like me and you're very busy, maybe you work a 9 to 5, and then you still have like your 5 to 9, because 9 to 5 cannot settle all your bills, so you don't have time. But hey, you have the money, Leke can take this off you, right? But I think the importance of this call is to open your mind to the idea that this is actually possible. If you're a community manager or some of the other use cases that he has mentioned, this will take your game from 1 to 1,000. You don't have to do a lot of the messy groundwork. And I can't wait for everybody on the Hive to fill this form, and then we'll even automate many of our other processes, right? But let's move to our vibe coder, right? promised to like show us like what that whole process of vibe coding looks like. So Nonso, please can you do that
Okay.
now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you very much. And I want to say a shout out to I want to give a shout out to Taiwo. Taiwo, thank you for the question. Right? How do we bring Taiwo? Are you still on the call? Could you just
Okay, I'll
unmute?
share a link to
Let's
the community now.
okay. Okay, so
Yes,
Taiwo,
I'm on the call. I'm on the call.
yeah, God bless you. So I just built something for you. You asked if we could vibe code an app, right, for the fashion industry. While Leke was busy speaking and I was replying to you in the comment section,
Are you serious?
I've gone ahead to build an app that will give you inspiration. Like all you have to do is upload the design, the picture of the clothes you want to sew, and it can give you inspiration. So what were the steps that I took? I've dropped the link on the comment section so everyone can take a look at it. What were the steps I took? If you are with your phone right now, I would like each and every one of us to just, Mario, can we get 5 minutes to just play around with this? Is it possible? So that everyone gets to build something and let that be
Yes,
their take
please.
home before we ask
A
questions.
very practical one, please. So
Very
I think you
practical,
can.
yeah.
So you
Okay,
can
would
also
you
show
like me
your
to?
screen on so we
Okay,
see what's happening.
let me try. Although from my own point, I want everyone to practice from where they are, right? So let me see which
So
of the screen I would like to share. I want everyone to practice from where they are. I don't want it to be just me, but I will give them a walkthrough about on what I just did. Right? Let me share this screen. So everyone, please go to Gemini, gemini.google.com on your phone. Let's start from there. Go to gemini.google.com. Let me share my screen. I don't think I have the ability here. Okay. I will share my screen to just show you what I did, so that I'll give a structure as we the structure to what how I built this app for Taiwo now. Although we'll still refine more things, but I just showed an example of what we can do. So are we is anybody there? Even if it's just one person I can work with, let's work with the person.
I'm
Is
there.
anybody?
I'm there.
Yes, you're on Gemini. Now, think about something you want to do for your business, right? Think about an app you want to build. Think about an app you want to build. Can you see my screen, please? Let me try to zoom in.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so for Taiwo's app that we worked on, that I just quickly worked on, I just went to the first step you need is to get what is called a PRD. Is a product requirement document. It's a document that tells the AI that these are the things I want to build, right? And you don't need to know how to write a PRD. Just go to any of your favorite AI. For me, I told this is how I broke it down for Gemini, right? I told Gemini I want to vibe code with Google AI. It was not complete though because I was rushing. I want you to give me a PRD for a fashion business app, right? That creates design inspiration for my clients. The app will work for Nigerian fashion industry and the inspirations will be for the Nigerian market. So for those of us that are on Gemini, please quickly go, just type what you want your app to be able to do. Just type what you want your app to be able to do and let me know if you are done. If you want app to calculate the new Nigerian tax laws to help you know where you can get rebate or where you can like beat the whole tax thing, you can vibe code it this night as we are speaking. So if you are done typing that on Gemini, let me know. If you are done typing that on Gemini, just anybody, and when you are done, please send it. Send it. Gemini will respond back to you. Has anyone sent theirs for the sake of time? Just tell an MVP, like a minimum viable product, a product that can just do, even if it's just one thing, right? Even if it's just one thing that product will be able to do. Just tell Gemini, this is the feature I want on this app. Give me a PRD for it. Has
so
anyone
for
done
those
it? So that we
wondering what
just
PID is, it's just your product requirement document. So basically
yes.
all that the app needs to function, but you don't need to bother yourself with that. Gemini or any other AI to give you develop the PRD for you.
for
So
you.
if anybody has, please just post your prompt. Now, so I feel like you can proceed while we watch
Okay,
you. Why
I
anybody?
okay,
have
so okay.
Emeka,
I think
have you
David
shared your?
is done. Mr. Gabriel is done. Okay, now
Oh,
when you are done getting, when it has given you, well done, favor. When it has given you your PRD, right? So you want to copy from the project name, but read through it. For the sake of time, I will not be reading through it. So me, I like to stop. You see this part where it talks about roadmap. I did not copy it, right? Because it has nothing to do with the app. It's just telling us this is a normal product manager's job. So I'll copy to the end where it talks about the success metrics, right? When you're done copying it, please head over to Google AI Studio. Google AI Studio on also in your browser.
hmm,
Just search for it on your browser. Google AI Studio. Google AI Studio. Let me share this tab so that you see as I'm
the success
searching.
metric that I said is roadmap that I said we should not copy.
Yes, don't copy roadmap. Although it does not have any serious effect, but I just don't like to copy it because roadmap simply tells you, not the AI, it tells you the steps you need to take in order to have a successful product. So Google AI Studio, you can do it on your phone, you can use it on your PC. I know even that app I shared with us, that goal setting app, I built it for my phone first, then refined it on my PC. So, um, is anyone at the Google AI Studio? Are you there yet? Please look at your
Yes,
left hand
yes, I'm
side.
on
Yes,
Google AI
you
Studio, but mine does
studio.
not look like yours.
Yes, it's mobile, right? It's completely different. Try to
No, no, no.
locate build.
It's on a laptop.
Ah, okay. Just look for anywhere that has to do with build, that tells you build, build. Have you seen it? Just click on build. Okay, that's
Okay, I've
good.
seen it. I've
Now,
seen it.
good. Now, that thing you have copied, all you have to do is paste it and hit enter or click on build. If enter does not work, then the whole magic starts to play out. Has anyone sent theirs? Let's know.
Yes, I just clicked on
Okay,
build.
well done, Gabriel, Chukwa Daisy, Favor, and Mr. David. Thank you. So you just watch the magic play out. So basically, this is how you vibe code an app. You wait, just wait for it to come out, then you start to make little changes. The advanced stuff like security features, like deploying, we can take care of those ones later on. But basically, for you to start using an app, this is how you do it. It will come up very soon. It's still building. You can look on the left hand side of my screen. You can see how much work it is doing. These are things that typically you would have been expected to learn on your own. So you can even see that there's an error on the app, but it's taking care of it. You don't need to learn anything. AI handles it for you. So once it's done with the error, it should give us our app. So has anyone's app come up yet?
Yes, mine has come up.
Good. Please let me stop sharing my screen.
Same
You
here.
share your screen and let us see. Let me stop sharing my screen now. Yeah, are you able to share your screen? Let's see yours.
who's sharing? Is it Gabriel sharing? Gabriel, are you the one
Yeah, I think
sharing?
it's Gabriel that spoke.
Okay, Gabriel, if your system is connected to the call, you can just share your screen, please. Or any other person who's okay. So
Okay,
David is sharing.
Okay.
okay. So,
Okay.
what did you
David, can
build
you watch?
for your real estate company, right?
Yeah, not exactly a real estate, something more like a short set where people can just come onto the
Shortlet.
app and book
Okay.
short let,
That's good.
and that's geo specific, depends on the location you want to find. Let me
That's
quickly
good.
just run you through like the prompts I used in
Okay.
building the minutes, please. Okay, Google Gemini. Yeah, this was the prompt.
Mm-hmm.
This I want to like code with Google. I want you to give me a period for a shortlet booking app. I want people to see available shortlets in their location and also book them. This app is specific to the Nigerian market. Then I
That's
copied
good.
the PID and
Yeah.
brought these out. And seriously, I'm
Now click on
like
full screen.
things
Click
like
on full screen so,
is
so we
about
can see
like
your app on full screen.
I said.
Click on full screen. There's full screen there, just at the top of your
Okay,
app. Click on full screen so that we can see the app. That's good. So play around the app. Let's see if it gives you something you're actually looking for.
okay. Explore. See. Okay. Hedger. Explore. Okay.
Now, for this your app, right? I think you will
Yeah.
need to create an admin dashboard where you're able
God.
to plug in new shortlets that are available to the market,
Available. Yeah,
right?
there has to be a back end
Yes.
to that.
But that will be later on. But so far, you've done a very good job. Well done, Mr. David.
Thank you. I appreciate the knowledge you've shared within just a couple of
Is there
minutes.
anybody that would like to also share theirs? Let's see, just one more person before we hand over to Mario. Mr. David, thank you so much.
I really appreciate. Thank you.
Should I share mine?
Yes, Mr. Gabriel, go ahead. So let's see
I
what
think
you
it's
worked
very
on.
I know. His app is looking very clean.
Dashboard, like, yeah.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay,
This is
let's
Mario.
try to wait, Mr. Gabriel. Before you speak, let's try to see what your app is all about. Okay, it's for HR, right? Managing clients' birthdays at the office. Is that what you created?
Yes,
And
an app
maybe
that sends out birthday wishes to staff in real
to
time.
staff. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Tell us what
I
made
think my
you
organization
think about this product.
designing birthday.
Sorry, Mario, what did you say?
My organization will need
Is
me
it
so
my
I'll stop
network?
designing birthday designs.
So okay.
Hello, Nonso, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so can I go on?
Yeah. You can go through just go through the features on your tab to the left.
Okay.
Let's see the app.
Sorry. First of all, I would want to say thank you to Mario and also and Ricky. Thank you guys for bringing this up. Like, I've really learned a lot. Thank you very, very much. So, majorly, what my app is all about is like, yeah, I'm a graphic designer, and over the years, you work with big brands that have like more than 1,000 stars to do birthday designs for. So I've been thinking if I can implement AI in some of this things I'm doing, whereby I just have an automation for my designs. Like this is just like a preliminary. I didn't really dive deeply into it. So like you just do like an automated design. So the AI will just be one to put in the pictures and the wishes, then send it out to them every time. So that was where the whole idea came from. But for this one now, it's just the wishes alone, like just the write up, no images, nothing. So that's what the app is all about.
That's beautiful, though. I think I'm even thinking about something off what you said because I know that the copywriters on my team they have to always think of birthday wish to give. Just imagine if all we had to do was connect the data of this stuff and from their
Yeah,
profile and what they do for the company, it will generate copy and then send directly to their mailbox. It will look like a personalized message, but you never wrote one line of text.
Man,
yeah,
That's what me I'm
sorry to cut
thinking.
you, Mario. Man, for this one, my idea is even to even send it to their social media handles. Like, you know, when you just wake up in the morning and the first thing you see on your WhatsApp message is your company wishing you like an
Yeah.
happy birthday, stuff like that with your image. people will be really, really very impressed. So that's like the whole idea for mine.
That's good. So for that one, Gabriel, you have to mix it with anything. You're able to do that with
Yeah, you
anything,
have to
which
do it.
Leke is actually sitting.
Yeah,
Okay, I think I would have to connect to you
It's
guys after
amazing.
the call. Thank you very
yeah.
much. Thank you.
So Nonso, I think I have a question, right? Just to follow up. So I noticed two things, right? I noticed that the first person that shared their screen, it was a mobile app. The next person who's sharing is desktop. Do you have to specify what kind of app you're building? If it's mobile, also like because why is it choosing web based for some and choosing this thing for another person? And then I think some other people have questions. So I think we can take a few questions before we move to Leke because of time, right? So if you're raising your hand, please just unmute and speak. We just say your questions in real time.
All right, good evening. Uh,
Yeah,
I try to look. Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, I tried to follow up the prompt. Although I was like multitasking, I was busy, but I just tried to do it. But at the point, I was still confused in the app building. I don't know if it's my prompt or not. Let me try to
Okay,
share
so I
my
think,
screen.
think you
Now,
can
what was the
watch.
issue, Mr. Joseph?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, no. So just cause of time, if
Um,
it's a first question, right? I feel like you can watch the recording just cause of
Yeah.
time, right? And watch the recording again, you probably see. But if it's based on what you
Amazing.
saw,
Well done.
yeah. So because we might not really, most of us have work tomorrow, so we just wrap it up.
okay.
Let's the next person ask their question. I think that's Yesu. Yesu, please can you ask your question?
Yes, I wanted to ask something similar to good evening, everyone, once again. Something similar to what the last person just asked. The whole processing, being on mobile and all. But I think you already answered what I was wanted to ask about how to go about the whole thing. But since there's a video recording, the next question will
Yeah.
be how we can get our hands on this video recording. So on our own, because I didn't join the class early enough, so I missed like 30 minutes of it. So
Okay.
probably get records to what we missed before joining.
So I'm going to send a form to the community to the call again. Please fill that form if you're interested in learning close up with them. I've also shared the Hive's what's the name? The Hive to the community if you want to join they are also all the speakers are on the community, right? So you can always have like after question there with them or connect with them personally. But you can also go for their closed class. I don't know what the price is, but I'm sure they will decide what that is, right? But then just off this call, if you're on the Hive, you can message them. But I think they are creating like a close community. Oh, Carl says she will pay. Okay, Emmanuel, please, after this call, we are doing a class. Please, we're doing like a master class. I feel like if you have Nonso and Leke in your community, you can do anything at this point. Because once you build, Leke will automate for you. So Leke, please let's move on to you. I'll share the links again in the chat. Thank you so much, Nonso. Hello, Leke, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here, but unfortunately, I don't know why my laptop is not connecting to the internet. I actually wanted to pick one of the projects that were just done. I wanted to create like a webhook such that I think that guy that did something on real estate, right? When clients get on that platform now and then they see something that they like, right? But you're sleeping, you don't know what's happening, you don't know somebody is there using the platform and the person wants to make a booking, right? So you could just create an AI agent that could, handle the whole process for you while you are asleep. And imagine you just waking up to alert in your bank and you're like, okay, your AI has sent you so person, you know, just made a reservation for this and that. But unfortunately, as much as I would have loved to, I don't know why. It's like my village people this nice, they are doing overtime.
All right, no problem, Leke. Since you can't show us like behind the scene, right? I think we'll just slowly wrap it. We'll
But
slowly wrap it.
I think, hello Mario.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
I since I already set my mind to it, I think I still want to go ahead anyway, right? So, uh, please, who is that person that did that? Please, can
Who
you
did
just signify?
the two? I think it was the
I think it was
real
Mr.
estate.
Gabriel that built that too. I
Yeah,
don't know if he's back on the call.
Yeah, I am Stan,
Is it
because the real estate guy, right?
yeah. Is it David?
is, is
Yeah,
that
that's
David?
me. Yeah, that's
Oh,
me.
Okay, please, you can reach out to me after the call, then we'll work
Funny,
something out.
funny thing was, I was just typing a message right now saying, could you please drop your Twitter handle? I really
Okay,
was
okay.
just typing it right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Thank you.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
someone else has built an app. I think that's Joseph. All right, that's beautiful. So, Leke, please, can you walk us through? Since you're not able to do like a demo for us, I don't know what you can actually do, but give us something close to what you would have done. I don't know what that is supposed to be now, since you can't share your screen. Really, can you hear me? Okay, okay. So while we're giving they are giving, please just tell us what you felt about this. Even see, you know the funny part about the class, I set it up, but even myself, I'm wowed by the class, you understand, because I've been hearing it a lot, and I'm not really sat down to say, okay, this bad code thing, let me sit down and do it, right? But I know I've used tools that Nonso have built. I've also used Leke is on the community, so he's doing something for us too, right? And that sort of like, you know, made me realize that this thing is possible. I think there are also some other tools that also do like automation. There's one I'm trying to remember. No, so do you know that tool that does not anything per se?
That does automation, anything.
There's anything. There's another one too. I think we're trying to do it for this
There is
call.
anything, there is Zapier, there is Make, there are plenty.
Yes, so there's Zapier, right? That's like a
Yeah,
different
Zapier
one.
was Zapier we're talking about. Yeah, Zapier is easy, but anything is the best of them all. It was the best of the
Yeah.
bunch. Anything is the best. That's how we just decided to go for it.
Yeah, but of course, if you don't want to do like something super technical like what Click is doing, you want to connect different platforms that you use. Um, Zapier is something you should actually check it out.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you actually go and check it out, open an account, and I think you notice some of these things people do online where they'll tell you comment this, and I think that's a very practical use case.
yes,
Ada has a large following, so she can relate to the fact where a lot of people, maybe she puts out a post about a mentorship. I think there was something that was supposed to do at the start of this year, one graphic design course like that. And so imagine if Ada puts out that post, right? People are interested, but she can't start, sending them one on one, like, oh, here's the link, oh,
yeah,
do this X, Y, Z, sending. If they just comment Ada, it will now start. So a tool like Zapier can do that for you as a use case of a low level sort of like automation if it's something that your business needs. But just to wrap it up, I think I just want to ask one final question, just like what are the wins for you so far with your journey in, I'll just start with Nonso, then I'll conclude with Leke. What are some of the wins for you by coding? Because I know you didn't used to before, and now you are. I mean, this class is probably one of them. But before this class, what are some of the wins that you've had because you were able to buy code? Nonso.
The biggest win I've just has been saving of time, right? And when you want to sell things to clients, you either are saving them time, energy, or money. Every single tool that I've built has either saved me time, money, or energy. It can be two of them, it can be three of them, but every single time I think of something to build, it's just within that framework. And knowing that I have a goal tracker, I have a tool that helps me create my YouTube. I could just write a story script, a script with maybe Claude or even Gemini, and I have a tool where I just plug in that script. It will give me prompts, image prompts. Not only give me image prompts, it also make me those the images and convert the images straight to videos. It saves time, it saves energy, it saves money. Just those three factors, being able to say those three factors have been big wins for me. And that's why I prefer this vibe coding route, call it the lazy route, but that's the route I actually like, solving things fast and with less energy consumed. So those are the big wins for me, vibe coding.
Thank you so much, Nonso. Leke, big wins for you.
I think one of the biggest wins for me is the fact that I can walk around in the office with my shoulder pad high. Why? Because a lot of things that because a whole lot of things that it got to a point where you know I had to start learning to say no to people, right? Because the moment they ask me, Leke, can we? In my head, I'm already like, I've not done it before, but there's this internal confidence in me, like there has to be a way. And once that person leaves, and then I'm like, okay, is there a way? And I find out, I'm like, okay, we can actually do this. So, there's this level of fulfillment, you understand, that comes with knowing that, people can come to you with their problems and you are confident enough to say, I think we can do something about it and actually, go ahead and be able to solve that problem without needing any special skills, right? So I think that's actually a really big win for me. And then also on a outside of the workspace, on a personal level, I'm someone who like I think a lot. In fact, sometimes I overthink things. But the fact that AI has taken a lot of the execution away from me. So I can do what I do best now. I can think because at this point, the only uh, barrier between you and what is possible is your thoughts. The moment you are able to conceive that idea, my dear, it is possible. So I think that's also a win for me, on a personal level, knowing that like I wouldn't want to say everything, but yeah, in a sense, everything is possible.
Thank you so much for that. I think someone's hand is raised. Is it Ola? Right, Ola, do you have a question you want to ask?
I wanted to ask, good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
The when you write code, because I know the write code it just gives you a front end code of everything you want to build. So how do you do about the back end, maybe like the server and like when you want to build the back end, is there also an AI tool that you can use to build the back end aside from that Google Studio?
Well, you can use the Google Studio to build your back end. There are apps that are built for one of my clients. I built like a community app, a little Facebook kind of app, and I used all three apps that I mentioned earlier. And there's sometimes that you need to build something that is not on Google or that will be more expensive on Google. For example, the YouTube app that I built, right, that generates images for me, converts them to video, I did not use Google API. I bought API from somewhere, right, for about $3. And I'm able to generate 300 pictures in a day, 300 videos in a day, right? Why? I just linked an API from another server to my app. So there's a possibility that you may have an external tool and link them up with your vibe coded app, and it will still work perfectly.
Okay.
All right,
Does
thank
that
you,
answer your
thank you.
question, sir?
Um, I just on that. That's what I wanted to ask.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's been a beautiful one, guy. Thank you so much, everyone who stayed. We have almost 40 people on the call, and this is like past 9. Most of us are 9 to 5ers. Most of us are night worms too, but we're still able to stay. More special thanks to Emmanuel and Leke for lending their time and sharing with us. You know, we've been seeing it. Sorry, there's a final question I would like to ask before. I feel like this question has been a lot. Please, is AI coming to take our jobs? Please, this is just it. Because we
Okay,
don't
Leke, do you want to
AI
take
and
that
Mario,
talk
first?
please, can I answer that
about now.
question?
Are you sure
Go
you will
ahead,
not
my brother.
replace
Go
me?
ahead, my brother.
They'll bring somebody like Licky and say, "Oh, you know what? I don't think we need." I'm joking though. I don't think AI will replace me. But yeah, basically, let's talk about that for a bit before we leave the call, because I feel like a lot of people are scared with what AI. If you check, right, if you check some news, right, you see that
The-
um,
Leke, do you want to go?
um yeah, anybody that wants to go first really should go first. But I
Yes,
noticed that
please.
we are dropping a lot of developers. For those of you that are keeping in touch with tech news, right? A lot of people are losing their jobs. I feel like if you're
Customer
the
care are losing their
yeah,
jobs.
yeah.
Admin
So
staff are losing their jobs. Um, but to say that it will replace you may not be true. Just that some people will have to be moved, right? The numbers will have to reduce. So you have to offer more to an extent to be able to stay. Even your normal jobs
yeah.
where you go to work, they still sack people almost every year. AI will not replace your job because you still need somebody to operate the AI. Oh, Leke, I wanted you to speak first before I say this. But okay, Leke, go ahead, go ahead. I'll say it next.
All right. So I want to spotlight a conversation that happened on LinkedIn yesterday. Right. Yesterday evening
Okay.
I saw a post on LinkedIn and somebody made that post. He said vibe coding is for people who know how to code but do not want to.
Hmm.
Vibe coding
Okay.
is for people who know how to code but do not want to. Obviously, this person
Yeah,
is
I
a
agree with that
developer,
statement.
right? Now, on the surface value, it looks like okay, it actually makes sense, right? But if you come to think about it, I now engaged the guy. He said a lot of things, right? About the fact that you need to consider system architecture,
Yeah.
uh,
So
logic, this and that. So I now asked him, what you said, is it not a little bit problematic? Because the truth is, logic, system architecture, the knowledge of those two things are prerequisites for coding and not the other way around. And I don't know, do you need to be able to code to understand logic? Because logic is basically, if I do this, then
yeah.
this would happen. You don't need to be a developer to know that, do you? So now, but the difference now is the fact that everybody is able to write code and all of that. Now it changes something about the role that developers play, right? Now the attention has shifted from sitting down to write code to actually thinking about what exactly is the problem, lay down the blueprint, and then once they're able to get all of that sorted, pass the rest to AI. AI takes over from there. So what is happening is, there is, if you needed 10 developers to work on a project before, maybe now that number is reduced. It doesn't mean developers are no longer, they are no longer needed. However, now maybe okay, some people might lose their job in the process, but still yet, all these things are creating other opportunities, new
Jobs.
fields
Yeah.
that were not in existence before. Before now, I did not know anything about automation, or like, what does it mean to say, okay, what do you do? Automation. Like, so as some things are being phased out, some other things, are coming in. So it's just a function of, do you want to stick with the whole thing and, become, obsolete, or do you just want to go with the flow? Because the truth of the matter is, like it or not, AI has come to stay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only a question of, okay, how do I plug into this? How do I use this to my own advantage? How do I use
Yeah.
AI as a tool such that I become more valuable, such
in
that
in
it's
in,
not a.
in addition to this that
Mhm.
you've just said, the whole system architecture thing, right? Just as some of us have not learned how to code and probably not know how to code, there's a new problem in vibe coding, and that is security, right? Knowing how to hack vibe coded apps, because that's what I've been going into the last 2 days, looking for how to hack them, so that when you go to sites that are vibe coded, you can give yourself more credits and use them. Now that gives us another opportunity that we can take care of in the next maybe 2 months, 3 months. The market will be huge. What is the opportunity? Knowing how to protect vibe coded apps, right? If you know how to use AI to protect vibe coded apps, you will make more money. As you are building, you are protecting. As you are protecting, you can hack people and use it for free, and also teach them how to recover. So the opportunities are just there. You just have to think, you just have to, the job you thought of doing. I wanted to be a pilot when I was growing up. At some point, I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer. Now I went to art school. I became a teacher. From teacher, I became a digital marketer. The world is changing. It keeps changing. And for those of us who are always moving on to the next thing, to the things that are coming up, you notice that there's always a job for you. So yes, some jobs will be taken away. For example, you would usually pay a clerk, right, money to just help you type some things in Excel sheet. Now you don't need, you just need to take your camera phone, snap the picture, and AI will handle the rest for you. If that is too much, you can take a picture, vibe code an app, and it will translate that picture into Excel sheet for you. If you have not heard of Perplexity AI, that AI is marvelous. That AI is marvelous. Just last night, I needed to create 28 articles and link them for an SEO project, right? I just told the AI, I gave it some of the parameters I needed, and I told it, do it. And this AI went to my Google document, created a new document, wrote the article, gave me the backlinks, showed me where to post them, went to the, it was just working. I was just looking at it. I did not do anything. The problem is not the tools. The problem is the person using the tool. If a person has not heard of Perplexity now and they give us the same job and I return my job in less than 30 minutes, do you think the client will want to wait for somebody who is going to spend 3 4 days creating new articles? No, it's not going to work that way. So you will lose your job if you don't grow, right? And you most likely lose. I read somewhere yesterday where a founder decided to sack, I think, about 538 of his customer care service reps. Why? Because part of what Leke will be showing us in the AI automation world is how to create AI agents that answer calls. So if you are hoping as a customer care agent, AI will not, AI will take your job once your guy comes to see it. Why? Because they answer fast, even when you are sleeping. They say things, they think, right? But they still need a human to direct them. And that is where you
So
want to
just
plug yourself
yeah,
into.
conclude the conversation, right? I think we're moving to a point where we need thinkers now. So if you're the person, you know how before, it was the people who could do the groundwork, right? Now we are going to a point where we need people who can think. Like if you can think in systems and process, it is finished. Like it is literally finished because a lot of the things that you need to do, right? You can use AI. For instance, I'm a designer and I've been exploring a lot of AI-led workflows. These days, I don't have to go to Photoshop and create. There's something called, if most of us that use Script called like space workspace. Basically, if I carry the logo, a logo I've designed, I can write a prompt that will tell it's like a connector. It creates like connectors, and it will create. I'll tell it to create high detailed mock-ups, right? I'll tell it to still animate the so I can create a mock-up. From the mock-up, I'll tell it to animate it. I can create something that an agency will use just from one AI suite. And all I put in was one JPEG of a logo. So what am I being paid for? Is the thinking. I'm the person who's thinking about it. So I feel like as creative people and whatever, right? That's where we need to be looking. How do I get to be at the thinking level, right? Where this groundwork now, I won't be doing it because very soon a lot of things will soon go obsolete, but the thinking will still remain, right? And I think I would like to draw the curtains on this call. I'll just allow some people to speak, but please just final thoughts on the class, not questions. Final thoughts on the class. If you want to share one thing you just appreciate, if you want to appreciate the speaker, whatever, you can unmute, say it in like 10 seconds or less, and then another person. So if you're raising up your hand, please, this is not question, just feedback, feedback on the call. Let me see the people's hands that are raised. So AK, please, you can go first. Just five at this point now, 5 seconds or less. Please, AK, you can unmute and speak. Feedback on the class before we close
Uh,
out.
Hi everyone. Mario says me Joel. I
Oh,
think
it's Joel. Sorry.
my other the boy is there. So quick one here. I really appreciate this class, and then I think we should do more of this often. Mario, you and I have had conversations about this, so I'm hoping this
Yeah.
is good. Like a start of many more. So yeah, I actually wanted to just chip in a few things that you said about the AI and then stealing people's jobs. Like you mentioned, I think innovation is the key. My mentor, I like to call him my mentor, Albert Einstein, he said, innovators are not the change makers. Inventors are not the change makers. I think innovators are. So it's not the person that built the first mobile phone that is making it. It's the person that has innovated it. Moved from the big landlines to like the smartphones now. You get to anyone that is not willing to transition, even down to like the customer service, as they are sacking out of 5 million. If you are not among the people that are top, you will still not be able to make it. You get. So yeah, I think that's what I'm about. That's what I wanted to mention. I know a lot of people are scared about production of AI and how it's going to steal their jobs. If you are not willing to evolve, yeah, probably you are likely going to be chopped off. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank
Thank
you,
you
thank
so
you,
much,
Leke. I really appreciate
You know, it's actually supposed to be my
it. No
co
vex. I'm in day church.
yeah, co moderator. Yeah, that's the word. Thank you so much, Bill, for that feedback. David, you want to speak? Please just 5 seconds or less so we can go to
Thank you.
bed
Thank you.
early.
Good evening once again. And once again, I want to say thank you. So thank you, Benito. Thank you, Mario. I really appreciate the time you guys dispensed a whole lot of knowledge. I really appreciate. And just so beyond this class, once again, I'm asking on humbly. So Leke, could you guys please drop your Twitter handle so I could just follow up with you there? Thanks.
Yeah, so for the handle thing, right? If you're following the hive has one T spelled as one on any platform. I tagged them. I think I tagged Leke on LinkedIn. You can also reach out to both of them on Instagram. Two of them are tagged on Instagram.
Okay.
Twitter, two of them are also tagged on Twitter.
Could you please drop the accounts. So this part of
Okay,
it.
okay, I'll do that before we
Yeah.
close out. I think Yesu wants to also speak. Yesu, your parting words.
Yeah, just to say big shout out to everybody and a big thank you to Leke, Mario, Nonso, and all. I didn't know I was in the pool of professors. Thank God for me for knowing you all.
All right, thank you so much for that beautiful word. Who's next? Ali Alade. Yeah, Alade, please go on.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Leke, good evening. Thank you once again, at least. Thank you for sending the links to me over LinkedIn. And sincerely, although I have a civil engineering background and I've been thinking, how can I start using AI to do some funny things here? Because I work with the white people. I know working with old people and people with old experience, but trying to do something new. But at least tonight I've been able to learn a lot of things, how to work smartly with them and how to improve myself. So I want to say a very big thank you to everyone.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Who else has their hands? Okay, there's Josephine. Josephine, please, you can speak.
Yeah, so evening, everyone. I think I would just consider myself privileged. I consider myself privileged to have joined this call because I saw it dying in like I would say few minutes to 8 before the call. So and I quickly joined. And I would say I'm really glad I did because sometimes opportunities like this just show up and jumping. It's another. I would say it's one thing to see it and it's another thing to just grab it. So for me, I'm coming from a cybersecurity background, and I can imagine the number of things that I can do with it, even as a pen tester. Because I think I heard one of the speaker made mention of hacking by coded application, and it's something I would love to explore. So, but aside that, I look forward to, automating most of my tasks because it's something that the organization I work with really appreciate because being innovative is part of our motto or goals. So, thank you. I look forward to learning more.
Right, thank you so much. I think we'll be having the last person, which is V. V, your closing words.
Hi, and everyone. I want to say a big thank you to the hosts and the co-host because I've tried AI automation in the past and I felt like it was a lot of job, like there's a lot to do. But today's section like gave me a lot of motivation. Like I'm all pumped up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a second try, and this time around, I'm going to be consistent and see it to the end. So I want to say a big thank you to you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much. So let me just do my own shout out, right? So every other person who's on the call, I'll just do like roll call. Emeka, Abiye, Alade, Amarachi, Wabeke, August, there's Blessing Cliff, there's Trolu, there's Cav, of course, Abba, there's David, David Dawan, there's David Fayami, there's Joel, there's Nonso, there's Favor, there's Gabriel Leke. Someone's name here is actually God. Bless God. There's God's choice just right after God. There's Itelo Oluwa. Sorry if I murdered that name. There's Jane Ede, Joseph Honor, Joseph Onogu, Josephine, Lily Busy, Yesu, Moses, Perfect Smart, Sarah, Taiwo, Ugo Goodness, V, and Victor. You're all the MVPs. I can't wait to see what we'll be doing, how we'll be disrupting. Please, if you got one quote from this, you can just share on any of the platforms, tag the Hive. If there's something you'd like to learn, but you're like, I can't go and reach out to this person, please come and reach out to me. I'll go and reach out to them, whether they're in Nigeria or they're abroad. They'll come here and they'll talk to us. Iron sharpens iron. Yeah, I believe in peer-to-peer learning. I learn from you, you learn from me. If you want to even speak, beautiful, you can reach out to me. People who spoke today are my friends, they're my peers, so you can understand how very accessible information is. I feel like this is something we should be doing because there are a lot of gatekeepers, and I don't believe that we can grow if we gatekeep information, right? Basic level, you should be able to stand up and speak to someone, speak to your people, right? Help each other. So, um, just my final words, right? The Hive community where creatives thrive, right? You can join us, check us out on all platforms, and the recording will be coming out. Once the recording is coming out, if you can go and check, I think it's hosted on my own platform called Mario B Studio on YouTube. Check that out. Webinars are posted there, right? I also make like a podcast version of this too that will go on Spotify. So if you follow any of our pages, you see all of these things. If you're on the community too, you see it. Last thing, if you'd want to join the special class that Leke and Nonso will be holding, you want to learn more, please just fill the form. Before you go, take a screenshot, tweet about this thing. Somebody that didn't join the class will probably see the recording. And I think I also want to thank someone who also gave me his paid platform because I had issues paying, and that's in the person of Emeka. Emeka was the one who gave me his Google accounts so I could record the call. So thank you so much, Emeka. Thank you so much to the speakers who gave their time, and my co-host, although he came late, and everybody who asked questions. We'll be seeing on the community and anywhere else we connect on. Do have a lovely night and stay blessed. Well, I actually thought people would be leaving. No, we are still on the call. Last check.
Oh, no, I don't want to go. You know, I want to go.
Okay. We're counting down little by little.